Hello everyone, we are back. Today is the 14th of May and we are back doing our Oak National Academy Year 6 daily recap. So let's get straight into this. So today, lesson 1, you would have foundation, which would be history, and in this lesson you are going to be writing the other paragraphs. This is a continuation of your lesson that you did on Monday. This will be a continuation. You did 3 paragraphs on Monday, and today you'll be doing your final 3 paragraphs. So in this lesson, you're going to be finishing your essay. So first, you have your introductory quiz. Countries in the southeast of Europe are known as the Balkans. Germany and France share a border, true. Approximately how many British soldiers died on the first day of the Battle of the Somme? 20,000. What is the name of the territory that Prussia took from France in the Franco-Prussian War and France took back in the Treaty of Versailles? And that's Alsace-Lorraine. Hitler became Chancellor of Germany in which year? 1933. After that, you'll have your video with Mr. Hutchinson. He is going to remind you of what an essay looks like and how to write an essay. He's going to remind you of that, and then he's gonna help you plan your final 3 paragraphs. And after you would have planned them, you would have these help you remember what you need to do here. These just help. And then you'd write your essay. After you would have written your essay, you would have your exit quiz. The Wall Street crash occurred in which year? 1929. Hitler was sent to prison after trying to seize power of Germany in 1924, true. Throughout the 1930s, the economy in Germany improved. Hitler's foreign policy aims included uniting German-speaking people, gaining Lebensraum, destroying the Treaty of Versailles. What was Hitler secretly doing during the 1930s? Building the army back up. After that, you would have finished, and then you would have your maths here. To solve practical coordinate problems, in this lesson you're going to look for general rules relating to coordinates, and you're going to find and work on finding missing coordinates. So first you have your introductory quiz. Which axis has shape A been reflected in? The y-axis. Triangle A has been reflected in the y-axis. Which quadrant will the reflected shape be in? Bottom left. Triangle A is reflected in the x-axis. What will the coordinates of the reflected triangle be? So that would be, let's see, the triangle. So that would be negative. So there could be -4, -2. This one there. The shape is reflected in the y-axis. What were the coordinates of vertex E in the reflected shape? They would be -4, 6. What transformation has happened to shape A? That would be, let's see, that would be, it looks like either translated or reflected, we don't know. After that, you'd have your video with Mrs. Parsons. What you're going to be looking at general rules, like I said earlier, general rules about when you're solving coordinate questions, and then you're going to look at how to find missing coordinates. After that, you would have your independent task here. Question 1. 3 vertices of a square are plotted at the points indicated. What are the coordinates of the missing vertex? That would be -3, -5. The coordinates would be -3, -5. Question 2. 3 vertices of an isosceles trapezium are plotted at the points indicated. What are the coordinates of the missing vertex? That would be number 2. Of the missing vertex. Oh, of the missing vertex, yeah. So the missing vertex would be at 8, 9. 8, 9, 8, 9. Here. Just there. Question 3. Simon has started to draw an equilateral triangle and has plotted 2 vertices. Complete the triangle in 2 different ways describing the missing vertex. So one way, on this one, you could have it going up here, the coordinates would be negative 3.5 and 5. So that would be negative 3.5 and 5. So that would be, negative 3, yeah. And then on this one, you could have negative 3.5 and negative 0.1 down here somewhere. Question 4. A, B, C, and D are the vertices of a rectangle. A and B are shown on the grid. D is the point 3, 4. Write the coordinates of point C. So the coordinates of point C would be 5, 2, right there. Question 5. 3 vertices of a parallelogram are negative 9, 5, negative 5, 5, negative 3, 8. What are the coordinates of the missing vertex? They are negative 7, 8. After that, you would go and mark them. After you had marked them, you would have your exit quiz here. What is the rule for horizontal lines on a coordinate grid? They have the same x. They have the same y coordinate. What is the rule for vertical lines on the coordinate grid? They have the constant x coordinate. 3 vertices of a square are plotted at the points indicated. What are the coordinates of the missing vertex? They would be 4, 6. What the vertices of a rectangle are plotted at the points indicated. What are the coordinates of the missing vertex? They would be negative 6, 2. A square with sides measuring 4 units is on the coordinate grid. What are the coordinates of the 3 unknown vertices? Clockwise from top left. So first you'd have the one in the top left. That would be 3, 8. So this one there. After that, you'd have finished your maths and you would just have your English here. Sentence openers. In this lesson, you're going to be looking at different sentence openers. First, you have your introductory quiz. The word of the day for the previous session was disheveled. What word class is disheveled? That would be an adjective. Which of the following words is spelled incorrectly? That would be expectancy. What is the main purpose of a set of instructions? That's to tell the reader how to do something. Why is it important to write the steps in chronological order? So that the reader knows the order to carry them out. Which of the following are structural features of a set of instructions? Tick all that apply. They are title, equipment list, and chronological order. After that, you'll have your video with Mr. Fozzard. What you're going to be looking at is you're going to be looking at different sentence openers and how you can vary sentence openers. After that, you would have your independent task here. The independent task sentence openers. Task: read the main clauses and add a fronted adverbial and/or a subordinate clause to extend the sentences. Number 1, dig a hole. Number 2, cover the hole with a sheet. Number 3, scatter the leaves on the sheet, like that. So here you would need to find a fronted adverbial and put it in front of these sentences to make them longer and more complex. So these are some of the ones you could have. You could have different ones, but these are some of the ones you could have. So number 1, you could have, first, you must dig a hole which is big enough for the creature to fit in. Then, cover the hole with a sheet. Then, you need to cover the hole with a sheet. Number 3, once you have firmly attached the sheet, scatter leaves on the sheet. Number 4, next, you will need to set the net into the tree above. Number 5, now the hole is ready, get some tasty treats. 6, carefully leave the treats next to the hole. 7, without making a sound, hide nearby and wait. Number 8, after a while, you will be able to watch the creature fall in the hole. 9, as soon as the creature is in the hole, pull the rope to trap the creature. So you could have something like this, and after that, you would go and mark it. After you would have marked it, you have your exit quiz here. The word of the day for this session was sporadically. What word class is sporadically? That's a adverb. Which part of the following sentence is a subordinate clause? Hassan and I are going to our dance class. We are going to be late as we missed the bus. That would be as we missed the bus. Which part of the following sentence is the adverbial? On Wednesday, Felix has a dental appointment. That would be on Wednesday. Which part of the following sentence is a subordinate clause? When the bell rang, we dashed into the playground and started a game of football. That will be when the bell rang. What part of the sentence is the adverbial? Last week, Ruby went swimming and played football. That would be last week. After that, you would have finished, and you would have finished the lessons on Oak National Academy for the 14th of May, or today. So, there's not much else to say, I guess. So, I guess I'll see you tomorrow, and in the meantime, goodbye and stay safe.